Hi everyone, David here, and welcome to your week 13 REEFLEX Piazza Facebook group community reaction. Now, you folks have been well busy. March has been a long month and it's finally over. It is the first month of the Photographer of the Month competition, and you folks have been well busy these past couple of weeks. So we've got loads of photos to get through. Let's just jump in because there's a lot and it means I'm not going to have loads and loads of time to dedicate to all of them. And I'm got my middle tab open here, so we'll just start with this one because it's already open, by Scott Baker. He seems to have gotten lost. He seems to have wandered away from the shore side and into, this is called a city, Scott. Okay, this is where this is a train, and this looks like a platform, a station. Okay, so that was banter. For those of you who don't know, that was a joke. This is something very, very different from Scott. Is it a reheld? Yeah, of course. Setting your tripod up in a train station isn't something that I would particularly want to do, but you don't have to with reheld. Found me a subway. Yeah, obviously. I mean, state the obvious. Good. And oh, he's made edits, so therefore the whole photo doesn't count. I'm just joking. Nice. I like what you've done with the edit there. Brought out changed the yellows. I assume this used to be more yellow and you've made it more orange. I could be very wrong. I'm sure you'll let me know if I am. Nice capture. Anyway, something different. And right, so let's go back to the start. Andy Green, Mind the Gap. Yes, excellent photo, Andy. This looks like some very, very cinematic photos we have this week, and this one is no different. Andy's style is to use framing, so he's used framing here, here, and here to keep your interest right in this area, the key area, and then you find yourself wandering up the frame. That is easily missed, this little bit of falling water here, and then the focal point, the main focal point, is the place you get to last as your eye takes the journey up the photo. Masterfully done, Andy, as usual. Well done, sir. Reflex, pro camera, nice. Zoom lens, excellent. Well done, Andy. Won't be the last. It won't be the last. Excuse me, that we see of Andy today. This is something different. This one from Michael Norton is here because I just love the look of this location and I want to go. I've been to Northern Ireland. I didn't go to this part of Northern Ireland, and this is another like how I'd love for you to turn the camera on yourself and show us what your vantage point looks like here, whether or not a tripod is possible. But with reheld, again, you do not need one. So this is the beauty of reheld and why I think it's been so popular throughout 2023 and throughout 2024 now. It's been a year, I think, of reheld. It's March, end of March. Did it come out in May of last year? Might be getting that wrong. But it feels like it's been a year of reheld anyway. And what a year it's been. So, wow, this one, speaking of cinematic, this one looks like it came out of Shutter Island, that film Shutter Island. It looks so ominous. Something is not good is about to happen in this photo. But just like Andy's, just masterfully captured, masterfully framed down here. It's got a weird effect to it. It looks like this is on one geometry and then it just like falls off here. It's like there's a crease here. It's strange, but this is the wide angle. Some might say, oh, I get my distortions mixed up. Is it barrel distortion where it pinches the middle forward? I can't quite remember now, but here it works. It absolutely works with the wide angle. So well done, Thomas. I don't think I've seen your name in the group before, so if I've not, then welcome. Right, now this one is here because it tells a story, and Andy, this is why I like captions and information. Andy Hughes has put here, waiting for the tide to turn. And that just tells you the whole story that you need to know. And that's what photography is all about, isn't it? Telling stories through images. So nice one, Andy. Taken in Dorset. My first visit in over 20 years. See, I love it. I love the stories, the backstories. Now, this is the one we've already seen. Yeah, I don't need to see more of Scott Baker. In fact, let's just close him. Get rid of him. So here, wow, like ever since the REEFLEX, the G series macro lenses came out, like I'm seeing a massive increase in macro photos. We've got some stunning macros this week as well as this one. This one is all about light and shadow. You've got the refraction and the reflection here of this. You can see the water like it's a spherical water droplet, but then it's like sticking to these leaves, and it's like it's tiny. These are blades of grass, and they're so tiny. But in this photo, this is the center of the universe, and it's brilliant. Love the depth of field as well. Love the textures. Well done, Julian. Yeah, 75mm long range macro. Give you some more context. See what's going on. Well done. And yeah, shocked face. Big time. In fact, one from me as well. Come on. Boom. Wow. Wow face. Right. Next, pulling way out. A bit more of a wide angle from Michael here. In Northern Ireland, Michael, you were, yes, this was you as well. Hello again. So, very nice. Yeah, now I definitely need to go to this part of Northern Ireland. I was in Belfast when I went to Northern Ireland, and just enjoy it. Just enjoy the tranquility. This waterfall is probably quite loud, so when you're there, it may not be as tranquil as what the photo looks like, but hey, let's just enjoy places like this. Nice. Right. Okay. Wow. Pulling out the big guns this week. Look at this. This looks like now something from Pirates of the Caribbean. This is like Captain Barbossa's about to sail down over the horizon or something like that, or Davy Jones is on the way. It's brilliant. I love how you used the long exposure water as leading lines, essentially. Without the long exposure effect, the water would not give you this leading line. Andy's framed the picture like he usually does here. You got these rocks here, all up the sides actually. Even the sky frames the photo, because I'm looking here, my eyes are like glued here, and then you have to force yourself to look up, and then you see the rest of this photo with this little sliver of yellow sky letting you know there's hope on the horizon. Nice. Love it, Andy. Well done. Another image from one of my favorite locations. Yeah, nice. Showing off his new 14 Pro there. You're making the most of it so far, Andy, I see. Very good. Right. Okay, so this one is something I've been involved in. This is a still frame from James Twyman. This is the Anamore. Is it? No, this will be the 2x telephoto. James is making a film with the REEFLEX G series lenses. I was doing the behind the scenes. So it's really cool to see some still frames, and just the way that the 2x telephoto has just separated this character, this actor, from the background. And yeah, I can't wait. Keep it. There is another photo here that I have. Wait, that's not it. There it is. Bear with me. Whoop. Right. Yeah, just to give you an idea of what's going on, you'll see more footage coming out. I'm editing it as you watch this, most likely. And this will be, I can't even tell. This doesn't look like the anamorphic. It looks too stretched to be the anamorphic. Nice. Yeah, we got some fairly famous actors taking part in this. It was really cool. I honestly can't wait to see the final product, and hopefully it inspires people to go out and make their own films with their iPhone and REEFLEX gear as well. Right, nice. So I moved these around. I'm getting confused now. So I should be here. Yeah, another wonderful macro shot utilizing the depth of field here from Bob. And there was a few, I think, in this series, but this one was my favorite. The way you've got the focal point here, the part in focus, and then these lines just slowly get out, not slowly, they become out of focus as they go away. what am I saying? Get your thoughts together as they lead away from the frame. And there is more in the background to keep your interest, even though it is out of focus. It's a bizarre image, but in a nice way. Macro has a tendency of doing that, taking the normal everyday objects and making you look at them like, what's going on there? Nice. So well done, Bob. Right, okay, this is a video, so bear with me. There is some copyrighted music here, so I'm going to have to mute it. And it's a really nice song. It's from not Inception, Interstellar. So if you get a chance to see this post with the music, it's a cool song. So these are not only amazing photos, but I get a behind the scenes video, which is always means I'm going to choose your thing to react to, because I just love a bit of behind the scenes. So look, you have these lights. Some of these RGB lights can get very expensive. This one may be an expensive one, but you can get this size RGB light not expensive. A microphone there because he's recording. The spiders are going to give a monologue. Obviously. Got some top-down light here. Let's see what these lights are doing now that we've seen what this setup is. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lights, and then you've got this one here with the grid, which is preventing spill. Well, let's have a look at the photos now that we've seen the light set up. Wait for it. Wow, yeah, look, you can see... Oh, okay, no, pause, stop. You can see the light in the spider's eye, which is something I never thought I would say. Those two lights there. And, yeah, just brilliant. Yeah, I don't... Oh, REEFLEX themselves shared this, so I don't know who the... Stuart Wood, there you go. Excellent. It's probably one of the best macro shots, or two of them that we've seen. And what's the setup actually? Is that just, are these spiders just been left like to just chill? You're gonna hope that they don't get out. Braver than me. Right. Right, some other cool macro. This is the week of the macro shot as well as the cinematic landscape film shots from Melissa, who I believe we've seen. Yeah, we've definitely seen shots from Melissa before. She's usually sharing some macro stuff. She shared a lot recently, and this was my favorite one of hers this week. Usually I would put more in, but I have to choose one this week. It's similar to the last image with the water droplets. You got the water droplets here in focus, and what's interesting about this one is you got different areas of these. It's a strawberry plant, I think she says. Yeah, the different areas of these leaves in focus. It's not just one area, then the rest gets thrown out. You've got different aspects of it up here, which keeps your interest, and you honestly don't know where to look. There's no like, I was going to say there's no rules being followed, but when you say about rules of photography, you do the air quotes. Like there's no, I can't see any of the usual suspects of like composition happening, but who cares? It's an engaging photo. I like the watermark as well. That's very classy. Nice one, Melissa. Hopefully see more from yourself as spring rolls on and these sorts of plants and flowers return to us from their hibernation. Right. Oh, another one from Scott Baker. Right. I suppose we should react to this one. He's posted a few. He's posted quite a lot this week, and it's a shame that I don't have time to go through more of them. But I think this was my pick of the bunch. And what Scott's done great this week goes back to storytelling in photography. How this is taken with looks like a telephoto, and you can tell by the perspective, you get to know what's telephoto and what's wide when you've used this stuff enough. But this, I bet my house this was a telephoto. Definitely not been cropped in. And if you look at a few others from this post, there's like a wider angle, and then there's all sorts of different focal lengths mixed in, which is something I need to do more. It just tells a more complete story and it gives you a more complete picture of what's going on. And yeah, nice one, Scott. So let me move on to more macro. I love these muted, this muted color palette. I'm here for the wild and vivid colors, but I'm also here for this. I don't know what. You know what? My wife loves these sorts of plants. I'm looking at one right now. It's like these. What do you call these plants where they're not alive? What do you call them? The ones that you like. She'll think about it and get back to me. But yeah, these are always a great subject for macro because of the tones and the shapes and things like that. And let's have a look. 15 Pro Max app doesn't actually say you use macro. This could just be a normal photo, actually. In fact, yeah, what am I talking about? It's not as close up as I initially thought. Yeah, I'm on about it being macro, but it's a normal photo. So ignore me when I say that. But it's still nice though, don't get me wrong. And this looks like a backdrop that's been set up. And if it's not, it doesn't matter. But if it is, then loving the effort to craft your images. And yeah, it's paid off. So well done, Johnny. Okay, now Andrew has appeared last week as well with similar sort of image. I love the reflections in the water here. I don't know. This is Hampshire, Chichester, Portsmouth. Yeah, okay. I'll put you on the list. You need to go in skies like this though, which in England could be quite rare. Well, nice. Well done, Andrew. Yeah, reheld 8 seconds. Nice one. So, Andy, this is like Andy's third time here. This is another Pirates of the Caribbean. Andy's been watching Curse of the Black Pearl. And typical, like, Andy Gray. Andy Gray was a racing driver. He's a test driver. Anyway, and Andy Gray was a football commentator as well. With his framed style here, framing the bottom of the scene. And I haven't, like, when I put these reactions together, I quickly save the tabs and move on. So I want to react live to them. So let me have a quick gander around. It looks like, based on this massive land in the background, it looks like the same sort of area he was in last time. And it's same sort of effect as there was a few photos ago, probably around back here, when I think Andy did it as well. I think it was an Andy image where your eye is like round here, and then you look up at the sky. It's like, oh, there's more to this. It's interesting. And apart from framing, and obviously you've got the colors and the textures to hold your interest. You've got the falling water over here, more over here. It's like a tale of like 4 or 5 different images stitched together. It's brilliant. Well done. Andy, more from you. Yeah, drama. I thought I'd pop along to the spot after work this afternoon. Could hardly stand in the wind. Yep. 2 seconds. Yeah, if it's that windy and you stay longer than 2 seconds, you're probably not going to get an image. It'll be shaky. Nice one, Andy. Not Andy Gray. Right. So this one by Gordon, this one caught my eye because we see a lot of the pier going out to sea, and then the end of the pier is usually on a point on the rule of thirds. I see a lot of those, and they're always nice, but when we see them over and over again every week, I'm not going to react to them because it's just, you've seen the same types of photos every single week. This one's different. This doesn't look like a pier. It's some sort of thing, some sort of structure that goes out over the water, but then but using the legs, silhouetting them and looking out to sea with this really nice tranquility, and the way everything is almost, yeah, it's silhouetted. Everything's silhouetted. Is this raw capture? Yeah. If this wasn't raw, it'd be trying to expose here, and it would just be getting, so what you'd find here, if this wasn't raw, then you would get, it would try and make everything equally as bright with HDR and tone mapping. And then it'd have to brighten this bit up and then massively noise reduce it, and it would just look horrible. And you don't get that with the raw. It's a nice one, Gordon. I'm here for this. And right, a third photo by Scott Baker. Bloody hell. I suppose when you got this many photos, then you're bound to get a few questionable ones. But this is funny. This one here with these, it's like an X with these trees that have fallen. And what this does is it acts as a barrier to the photo. But it's interesting. Usually you want to avoid barriers, like compositional barriers, psychological barriers in your photo. You want your photos to be inviting, hence leading lines and framing are so popular because they are an invitation into your photo. This one is the opposite. This one has a barrier, like a literal barrier saying, no, you shall not pass, cretin. But despite that, it still works, because what I find myself doing is I come up against the barrier, my eyes like hitting the barrier, yet I want to see around it. Whereas usually with a barrier that's not done this well, your eye hits it and you disappear. Your eye doesn't know what to do. Your eye needs to be led around an image, and that's why a lot of people find the same images pleasing, because you can lead the eye around the image on a path, on a journey, whereas here there is no path. Your eye starts here, but then it doesn't know where to go because it's been blocked. So I find myself moving my head and looking around it and then underneath it, and it's brilliant. As much as it pains me to say a Scott Baker photo is brilliant, it is. Well done, Scott. Right, next. Boris. And this is interesting. Boris has done a few fisheye ones this week, and this one caught my eye because it's different. I like it. I don't really know what to say about it apart from I like it. Yeah, I'll try and think about something to say before I finish. No. Just enjoy it. But isn't this perspective fun and weird? It's very difficult, I found, to take fisheye photos. And Boris has been busy. I definitely recommend, in fact, before we go, definitely recommend having a look at the full post here. Boris has been out and about. Yeah, he says here, each weekend I am taking out one lens or a filter and just going on a walk in my local neighborhood. This week was the fisheye lens. Yeah, good. I like that. Really keeps your mind active. I've been using the telephoto way too much, and I've just been when I put on another lens, I have to learn photography and composition all over again because it's like alien to me. But this is great. This is really great stuff. Right, so that wasn't too long, was it? 23 minutes. My gosh. Okay, well done for staying through that. Thank you. If you did, don't forget, competition. I will announce the winner next week of the March edition of the Photographer of the Month competition. Thank you to everyone. Let me know, have you been, because these past few weeks have been well busy with all these different photos for me to react to, which is great. Is it the weather that's making people go out and take more photos? Is it the competition? Is it the lenses? Like, what's the catalyst? I'm keen to hear. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.